everybody. Today on Flower Friday, we're going to be making this lollipop flower with some of the Recollections newsprint leaves and a Prima center. And I'll show you how I make my lollipops. It's pretty easy. What I do is I use my Sizzix circle die, and it's just this one right here, Sizzix circles. I can't remember. Let me see what the sizes are. What did I do with my handy dandy ruler? It seems to have escaped me. I see it. Okay, it looks like these circles on this particular die are 2.5, 2.25, and 2. And I will show you how I get different sizes out of those as well. But the biggest will be 2.5 inches, and that's this one right here. And I just cut out a whole bunch when I cut them out. And then I'll just, if I don't make them all, I'll just set the circles aside because I know sooner or later I'll make them. Okay, so you're going to need 2 circles of each of those sizes. So 2 of the 2.5, 2 of the 2.25, and 2 of the 2. And then what I do is I take one of each. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these bigger circles here, and I'm going to cut in just about 1/4 inch or so, and I'm just going to cut in a circle, just follow the line, just making it just a little bit smaller than the original. Okay, and then you do the same with each one, and this will give you like different sizes of each of your circles, so you're not cutting them all out by hand. It just makes it a little bit easier. Oh, that was a small one. Okay. And I have the nestability circles, but I find like that they really don't cut the satin very well. I mean, it gives you a nice imprint, and then you can just cut around it, but it's just easier. And the circles for these flowers do not have to be perfect. In fact, they look better when they're not perfect, so it's fine with me to do it this way. Now, there are 2 different ways that you can make lollipop flowers. One of them is using a lighter. And I do like the way that looks because I kind of like the crispy looking edge on these flowers. But today, all of the lighters are downstairs, and kind of being a little lazy, and I don't want to walk down there. So we're just going to do these with our heat gun. And I'm sure everybody's seen tutorials on these before. This isn't anything new, but I know that a lot of people who watch my channel might not have seen those videos yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial as well. Okay, so we're going to start, and what I like to do is with the biggest circle, I like to just barely heat this up, just so it's just a little bit turned up on the side. And another important point here, ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure that you put this shiny side up. Okay, that is the side that you want to show as the shiny side, and this way that it will curl up. All right, so what I like to do is I like to take my paper piercer, and I just hold it so that my circle does not escape me. And I just turn my heat gun on, and you have to let it warm up a few minutes if you haven't used it in a while, because your heat gun has to be blowing its hottest air for this to work. So then I'm just going to pass it over the edge, and see how that's already curled up there? And I'm just going to do that all the way around, and I just want on this largest layer just for it to barely turn up. So I'm just kind of heating just over it, just letting it turn up just a little bit. Since this is the base of your flower, you want it relatively flat. And you do this all the way around. Okay. Then I also like to just heat up the center so it gets just a little bit shrunken right in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to push that one aside, and I'm going to take the one that I cut out just a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go in, and I just want to heat up the sides so that they curl up just a little bit. And your heat gun will work really quickly, so it's best to pass it about 2 or 3 inches over the top of your circle, and then just keep using just small passes. See how I keep moving my heat gun? This is so that you can control the amount of curl you get. Because if you just put it right over, you're going to get like a lot. Like, see how that one just lifted up real good for me? That will happen if you don't pass it around. And then I like to just heat up the center just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for the rest of these, and then I'll come right back. Now that I've got all of my petals heated up and curled, we're going to go ahead and assemble the flower. This is the easiest part. Okay, so you start with your biggest petal, obviously, and then you go to your next largest, and you're just going to put a dollop of glue right there in the center. Okay, and then just arrange your petals as you want them, going from the largest to the smallest. And if there's a little bit of curl, make sure you alternate that so that it looks like an actual petal. Okay, now we have our assembled lollipop flower. Okay, now we need to finish it off. We need to decorate this. We need to find something for the center and then some leaves. Okay, let's see. For my centers, I'm going to use some Prima centers, but now I have to find out what I do. Oh, here they are. My desk is a mess, so it's hard to find things. I'm going to use these Prima centers here. They're the Monarch Onyx. And basically what it is, it looks like about 10 rhinestones and then 5 of the black teardrops. If you just heard that, my nephews are outside shooting their guns or fireworks or something. I'm just going to sit that right in the center there. Okay, so now I have that flower. Now you could leave it like this if you wanted, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some of these Recollections newsprint leaves on it. And I'm going to use one of the larger ones and one of the smaller ones. Okay, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue this smaller one onto the bigger one. Just like that. Okay, so then it's going to give like a little bit of an offset. And then I'm going to put my flower right here on it. Super easy, just a little bit of hot glue. Does the trick all the time. And then we have this flower. Isn't it pretty? These are like my favorite flowers to make. I love how they turn out. They look so good on projects, and they also look good as accessories. You know, you can wear these as headband on your headband. You can wear them as a barrette. I can't tell you how many of these I've made for my daughter in different colors for barrettes. So they come out so nice. I hope that everybody has had a great 2 weeks. I know this is the first one I've done in 2 weeks. And I did have a great birthday, and thank you all for your birthday wishes. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. I won't be here at all this weekend because my daughter has a softball tournament, so we'll be gone all weekend long, and it'll be like a little mini vacation for us, I think. All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.